Well, we are live. Oi, oi. Thought I'd go live, guys, because I don't think Nathan is. I think he's got swimming lessons with Eleanor, so I was desperate to show you guys some of the stuff over at Nathan's, but we had that troll guy that came in and wasn't really interested in getting any further than part A of the simplest question ever. Anyway, the show must go on. Indeed, Spurs Gizmo. Yes, it must. It must. Well, I tell you what, this P1000, what a zoom it's got on it. I'm going to show you some stuff in a minute. Hey, Josh. What else have we got in? Ryan, hello. Hyena, nice to see you in. Ryan, hello. Dank, good to see you in. John Watson, Michael Cleary, Jamie Brown. Rune, yes, it is. Good afternoon. It's 3 p.m. here, just gone. I've got an hour and a half or two to spare. Hi, Dan. Nice to see you, Plain and Simple. And Michael, Dark Star. Did you get your camera? Yes, I did. Hello, Poopy Pants. Yeah, I got the camera and it is awesome. I went out yesterday and went to a place called Stanley Park and I did some footage from around there. Hello, Global Fiction. Yeah, Stanley Park's nice. It is. Right, I'm going to show you a few bits actually. I don't know what to start on actually. Guys, what do you want me to start on? Right, I've got two things that I could talk about. The first one is the last video that I put out about the obstruction that is the atmosphere as opposed to the curvature of the Earth. Now, I've got an update on that with some new evidence. So would you like me to talk about that? Or would you like me to show you some of the zoom stuff with the P1000? Spurs Gizmo, no messing around. Let's just look at the P1000 stuff. No, he didn't do a second show, unfortunately. He had to take Eleanor to the swimming. Right, I'll show you a few bits then. Let me share my screen here. Right, let's see if I'm actually sharing. Yes, I am. Right, perfect. No, the actual cam. I've actually done that. I did a live unboxing of it. Spurs Gizmo. If you've not watched it, go and have a quick look. I did an unboxing of it, so it's all good. Where are we? What do I want to try and find here? So 23rd of September. I suppose this will do. I'll show you some of the zoom tests and some of the zoom stuff that I got. Most impressive first, probably. Right, let's see what we've got. I'll start here. Who's calling me? Just one sec, guys. Hello. Right. Do you want me to send you the link then? I'm live now. Right, I'll send it to you. Give me 5 minutes and I'll send it over. All right. So it looks like we'll probably have Anthony joining us too in a minute. So, of course, Skype always knackers up my PC whenever I do it. So here we have zooming in on some birds in the distance. Wow, hate it when this happens. Like my PC might need restarting or something. Bummer. Go on to the next one. Actually, with this starting to mess up right now, what I'll do is just bear with me. Just bear with me. It doesn't look like any of the videos actually want to work properly right now, so I will upload a couple to YouTube and I'll play them through there. That'll probably be the best way. Bummer. Right, let's see if we can get Anthony in on the call too. Just 1 second, I'll try and sort some stuff out. Right, let's copy that link and fire it over to Anthony now. And he should get that right now. Paste that in there. Right, so Anthony's got the link. Bummer! Can't believe that starter was messing up right then. If it's a normal Hangout, you can restart your PC and keep the same stream. Yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wait for Anthony to join. Then I'll restart the PC and it should be fine. I'll be able to show you the Zoom tests on it. So hopefully he'll join pretty quickly. Did I watch Globebusters yesterday? Of course, some results from the week. So I would love to show blah 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 blah. Yeah, they do have some. They have some results coming. Yes, indeed they do. CGI ducks. I tell you what, guys, I actually can show you. I could actually show you there's some work that I'm actually working on right now. So just bear with me for a moment and let me share my screen again. Let's pop that over there. Minimize that, and I'll actually show you some stuff that I'm working on right now. Now, I'm presuming that most of you guys have seen the latest video, yeah, that I put out in regards to the obstruction that was caused by the inferior mirage. If you haven't, I highly recommend you go and watch it because it has been shared quite a lot, and I know Bob from Globebusters is all over it. So's Deep Inside the Rabbit Hole, etc., etc. So it seems like I am on the right course with that. But yeah, I want to show you something. So this was a video that I took. Hang on, let me get rid of that. This was a video that I took of the buildings of Barrow. This is with the P1000. Now, I want you to pay attention to this area here, which is in the video you can see it is air. It's literally air, and it's waving down. Now it's causing the inferior mirage. It's not the water, it's the air that's above it. Now, how do I know that? Well, luckily, got a video. Actually, I've got the video up right now. I might be able to play. Just bear with me. I probably have actually. So I can show you what it should look like on a clear day. So if I just pause it there, for instance, just scroll back a couple of frames, what we have is we have the sand dune down here. Now, this was at high tide, believe it or not. And that image that I showed you just then was taken at low to mid tide. So essentially, the water should be even lower. Now, what we've got, obviously, it was a much calmer day, better weather conditions. But essentially, we're looking straight at these buildings. There's no obstruction. We're seeing down to the sand dune. But what I want to pay attention to is the height of the water, which is here, where my cursor is. So it's much lower than the actual buildings. That's where the water mark is. And I can show you that it's actually at high tide, because at the end of the video, when I zoom out, I show it you right up against the seawall. So here it is, right up against the seawall. And I show it you lapping up against the steps. So on this video, with a high tide, when we go back and zoom out here, we can see that we are seeing down to the sand dunes down here, right? So that proves that it can't be the water. The water can't be any higher than that. So back onto the images. So here we've got a comparison. So I've just done some editing on this to bring things out a little bit more, but I'll put where the water line is. I'll probably release these videos together as a side by side so you can see. But there's the water line at high tide on a nice day, right? And here's mid to low tide on a day on this image over here with the P1000. When we got this inferior mirage happening. So obviously it can't be the water that's doing it, because the water doesn't go that high. So the blockage over here, the blockage can only be atmospheric. It can't be water. It has to be the atmosphere. There is no, there is no two ways about it. The inferior mirage, this inferior mirage, which is a direct reflection of the stuff above it, right? This underneath is a reflection off the atmosphere. It's not a reflection off the water, because the water doesn't go that high. Yeah. So it has to be a reflection off the air. Now, if that's the case, in the past when we've seen this stuff, these inferior mirages, the Globers have always said, well, that there is the proof of where the curve is. Yeah. So where this yellow line, that's where they would say, that's where the curve is. You found the curve. Well done. Well, that's sarcasm. And what this clearly demonstrates.
Yeah, it's worth reminding people, though, that none of these buildings should be seen if it was curve of the earth that was blocking it.
Well, from this elevation, they should, yeah, because I was up at the top of the steps. So, I'm not really too fussed about it. This isn't a demonstration of against flat versus curve. This is just a pure demonstration of when we see an inferior mirage, what is causing the inferior mirage? Is it the water layer? Is it the atmosphere? Or is it or is it a combination of the two? Well, one thing I can definitively say is that it is not the water, because this is at high tide on a nice day, and that's where the water line is, and you can still see the sand dunes, yeah? And at a lower tide, which was when this was taken, a lower tide, right? We've actually got this inferior mirage, and it cannot be on the water. It has to be atmospheric. Does that make sense, Anthony? Because the water doesn't go that high. So
it makes sense, but I'm not sure it's right.
Well, all right. Well, if this mirage was not there, right? If the mirage wasn't there, and we just had a clear line of sight to the sand dune, there is a blockage, right? Clearly, there's a blockage on the P1000 footage, right? I cannot see the sand dune, even though it's at a lower tide, right? So the tide should be less, so I should be able to see more of it. So in theory, I should be able to see the sand dune, right?
Yeah, but is this not doing the exact same thing that the boat did?
Yes.
When you had that boat?
Yeah, this is what's happening. The dog that was jumping in out of the...
Centralized it. You're looking at one frame in amongst that whole video, but instead of the boats, you're looking at buildings. And that boat does the same thing, right?
Which boat were we talking about? My last video.
Yeah, the one, the one that guy, the audio visual guy did the manipulation. Yeah, well, if you watch that video throughout it, if you imagine that these buildings are the boats, the boat and the buildings are doing the same thing. They're beginning to disappear from the bottom up, but it's been reflected over the top of what is actually what you're seeing in this image now. So you're getting one frame of the continuous of that boat disappearing into the distance. You're just getting one frame of it in this instance. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, right, on this image, yeah, but I've got a full video of this. In fact, I've got a few videos of this.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, what I'm saying is, because the distance is fixed and you can't vary the distance, but the boat on the video has got that variable in that it's moving further away from you, so it's changing all the time and it's gradually getting worse and worse and worse. What you're looking at in the range here is one frame of that boat disappearing into the distance. But in this case, it's not a boat, it's a building.
Yeah. But what you'd realize is that the footprint, so let me put another line in. So, right, there's the footprint of the building. So there's the footprint of the building that I've just stuck in now. Now, we can't see it. We can't see the sand dune that's in this area. And why can't we see it? There's a reason why we can't see it. At lower tide, we should, it can't be that the water's blocking it because it's at a lower tide, right? So it has to be the atmosphere. It has to be reflecting down onto the atmosphere and being reflected up, right? That can be the only explanation for it. Atmospheric blocking. I'll show you the video. This was from yesterday, so I've got a whole series of videos here. Let's find, where are we? So let's start with this one. This one will probably do. So yeah, so this is with the P1000. Can you see you can see the atmosphere is shaking now. Oh, I need to relog. I forgot about that. My PC is messing up. But as you can see, there's definitely a clear atmospheric wave going on right there, right in the middle. You can actually see it. It carries on throughout the video as well. So if you look at the lighthouse, for instance, look how tall the lighthouse is. Yeah, because it's miraging down on itself. So there's where that's where it starts. This is where this inferior mirage starts here, and then it reflects the sky and the lighthouse back down over anything that's behind it. So for instance, the house that's behind it with the chimney pots, we can't see that because it's the atmosphere that's blocking it. Yeah, makes sense.
No, I don't think that is what we're seeing. Pull up that boat. You know that boat video?
Right, hang on. Let me restart my PC. Right, I should be able to join straight back, shouldn't I? Should be able to.
Yeah, in the meantime, I'll just hold the fort.
Just hold the fort whilst I restart, and we'll carry on.
All right.
I'll get rid of all them. Don't save them all. Right. Right, back in 2 or 3 minutes.
Okay. I think he's gone. So I know what I'll do. I'll open up the chat. Where is he? Just trying to find Rancy's Hangout so I can get the chat open. So bear with me, un momento. Hey, that's a bit weird. Sign in now. It's asking me to sign in. I don't normally sign in. What's going on? I'm just trying to find the Hangout itself so that I can open up chat. Excuse me. Sit down. Thank you. No, sit down. All right, my dogs are winding me up. Here we go. There we go. Ow! Stop it! I'm being attacked by my dogs. Up there. Why can't I even find his show?
What's up?
Ah, there we go. That was quick.
Yeah, wasn't too bad.
Right, Rancy, can you bring up the video of that boat that guy did for you, where the boat's in the middle of the frame and everything? The one that Nathan said, this is Aries diffraction in.
Well, there's like two.
We're watching it.
There's two.
Either, because I reckon they'll both be the same.
Right, one sec. Let me just.
They're very similar.
Let's get rid of that. Flat Earth Audio, wasn't it?
I don't know where you got it from.
Yeah, it's Flat Earth Audio. He's the guy that did it. So let me go to the channel.
Have you subscribed to FE Core so that you can see this announcement later?
Have I subscribed to them?
Yeah.
I haven't actually.
FE Core. Go and subscribe and click the bell notify icon, because they're making an announcement in 3 hours, 2.5 hours. Something to do with Sean, something to do with Flat Earth Reset, something to do with spreading lies and disinfo.
Hang on one sec.
What did you think of that guy arguing in favour of the scientific method? That planner walker guy?
One sec. I have to leave and then rejoin. One sec. Me. Hang on, this is a bit of a tricky one now. I'm going to figure this because I've left. I don't want to be sharing my Hangout and my link, which I probably will end up doing if I. Maybe I won't. Are you still there, Anthony?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to do this without sharing the link. Right. I know what I can do. I know how I can do it. One sec. I got it now. Right, so back up and running. So you want me to do what?
Play the video of the boat that's going off.
Right, got it. One sec. Let's go to the channel. Flat Earth audio. Right, so he's done two for me, yeah? He's done the one that was called the fake waves, and he's got the other one, the Stenline. So which one do you think in the Stenline one?
I'm not sure. I'll see. Make it bigger so I can see it. Yeah, one. So what you're looking at with the horizon on the barrow observation, you're looking at one of the frames in amongst this video, because this is doing the same thing. So imagine that the buildings are the same as this boat, and obviously change the boat for the buildings, and then you've got the same effect. At the beginning of the video, there's no reflection there, but as the video progresses, you literally start to see it beginning to emerge from underneath it. So for whatever reason, well, not for whatever reason, this is Aries diffraction in full play. You're watching the angular resolution and the limitations of the angular resolution, because it's getting nearer and nearer and nearer to the angle of basically flat level. You are literally observing that in this video. So what you're getting with the barrow observation is a frame somewhere in amongst this. Now, obviously, this is too late in the video because that's not what we're seeing. But you remember the black hole rock? The black hole rock was like that. So this is the beginning now. So you're looking probably at something like that, something quite early on in the video. That's what you're seeing with barrow. And if you know where that cycler was at the end, that's like the black hole that you had, where there was basically, it was hovering.
Mm-hmm.
So you're watching the effects of Aries diffraction right before your very eyes in this video, and that's the same as what you see at barrow, but you're only seeing one frame.
It's not Aries diffraction. I've had debates with other people since, and we're all of agreement that it isn't actually Aries diffraction. It is atmospheric. I mean, Aries diffraction is different in a way that it's a different phenomena, that it does work on a flat surface. But what we're actually seeing here is, atmospheric. There's the boat.
I agree. It looks optical.
The hull of the boat is here. The hull of the boat is below the refraction line here. So, well, this miraging line here, right? So you've got this mirage that goes right through, and the hull of the boat is in that area. And the reason we can't see it is because the atmosphere is creating a mirror, a blockage, and it's reflecting the top of the boat down, which, because it's caused this sort of like hard reflection, we can't see through that, so we can't see the hull. It's as simple as that.
Back to the definition of Aries diffraction, that tells you that you can't see a horizontal. There is a limitation of what you can see, and it says that you'll never see 0.05%.
Yeah, but this isn't. Yeah, this isn't at 0.05, and I'll tell you, for the observation that I've done today, or yesterday. Let me just bring it up, and I'll. Actually, I've probably got it on here. Actually, let's get rid of that. And so 23rd of September.
Jesus, so that's a messy desktop.
So hopefully this will be playing now. Yeah, it is a messy desktop. You're right. So this was the P1000. Now, this is from elevation, yeah? This is from elevation. And the elevation right now was about 45 feet, distance 18 miles. So we wouldn't have got into that 0.05 of a degree. It would have been substantially larger than that. In the stuff that we've seen before, both lower down and higher up, we've been able to see down to the sand dunes. But even from this elevation right now, we can't see the sand dunes. We can't see the bottom of the buildings of Barrow. And that's simply because there's a full mirage going down. Maybe the next video.
The opposing view would be that you've not opened up the angle enough. In other words, you haven't gone high enough.
Well, I can't get any higher from this location. Let's put it that way. The tide was 2/3 of the way out. I was up the top of the steps, and from an elevations of 1 inch before, when I've been able to see almost down to the sands at 1 inch, I've been able to definitely see down to the sands from a foot. You'd think from an elevation of 45 feet or maybe even 50 feet, I should be able to see the sands. Now, I've got a comparison video, like I say, of this exact same spot. So what we're seeing here, if I show you it in this atmosphere video, which was from another video that I took when I was doing my elevation drops, and there's that little post on the top of the hill at Barrow. There's the trawler or whatever it is that's coming in. But as it pans across, we're seeing all the land. Oh, there's the buildings of Barrow. There's the sand dunes in front of it. Yeah. So this is from the same spot, and this is at high tide, but it's just a calm day. There's no waves on the water at all. It's a very, very calm, still day, and it just shows the difference. When there's no inferior mirages going on, we don't get any of this this rubbish atmosphere. Here we go. Look at that. Right, it's quite a good one. There you go. Can you see the difference already between this?
Yeah.
You can? Right, okay.
Yeah.
Right, so there's that one, and obviously there was the 23rd. So going back to this one, this is obviously the distortion that we're going to get. I mean, look at this. And that band, when we're looking at the boat as it disappeared through that Flat Earth Audio's video, we're seeing exactly the same. It's like an atmospheric wave that runs through the video, especially in the place where it starts to mirage. It looks like wavy air, and you actually can see that's where this inferior mirage starts. Oh, and here's the proof that I'm actually in the same place at a lower tide. Go figure. So there's me zooming out. Right, there's the mirage going on. There's the going down towards low tide, not quite low tide yet. And here I am at the top of the steps from the same location. So that was one video where we've got all that atmospherics going on, and yet without being able to see down to the sandbank, and yet when we look at the other video, where are we? This one. When we look at this one from high tide, right at the start of the video, it shows you it's at high tide because look, lapping up against the sea wall. Anyway, I climb up the steps. I go up the steps. There we go. Going to the top of the steps in exactly the same place. I go to the same side, exactly where I was to the side of the railings. And I zoom in, and what do you know? We see down to the sand dunes this time. So the water can't go any higher than this because this is already at high tide. So it can't be the water that's affecting the observation that I did yesterday. Because if this is at high tide, right, then that's the highest the water can possibly be. So it can't be reflecting, the mirage, the inferior mirage cannot be being caused by the water. It has to be being caused by the atmosphere. Does that make sense, Anthony? I know you don't agree, but it agrees with me.
Agree. I agree it looks optical. I agree it looks...
Would you agree that it's not the water that's causing it?
I don't know. I'm not sure I'm not sure what my view is on what the causation is, because it appears that it could be three things. It could be caused by a reflection off the water. It could be caused by the vapor that's evaporating from the water, and it's going through the vapor as it's evaporating, and its most concentrated form is right above the surface. Or it could be caused by the sun, or the temperature, or the pressure, or the density, or the gas law in molar form. There's loads of variables that could be causing it, and I don't really have a view on what's causing it because I'm not entirely sure.
Okay.
I agree it looks optical though.
Right. Well, moving on. This is the P1000 that I took out for its maiden voyage yesterday. What's up with this? Again, it seems to be messing up on my PC. You see, it all starts getting pixelated. Do you get that? You get it? Hey?
Is it on playback that's doing it?
Do you know what's causing this?
Probably a driver on the graphics card, the internal graphics card.
Right, because, yeah, I'm having a load of issues with this PC.
Right, and I've told you that we can fix it, but we just need to do a little bit of... Why don't we drop offline now, and we'll literally go through the bits and pieces.
Well, what I'll do is... Here we go. I'll show you this then. So there's a bench, right? So obviously we can read the name that's on it. In loving memory of my dad, Alan Roberts, my hero, love you, Sue. And then I should zoom out, and I'll give you an indication of just how far away it was. Right, I've got better ones than that though. Here we're reading the ice cream, the names of the ice creams on the ice cream stall, and obviously I'll zoom out and give you an indication of how far away that is as well.
Yeah, that's cool.
I've got better ones than this because I found a bench that was a lot further away. It was across the lake, so I'm reading it here. I know it looks unsteady, but this was freehand.
We have this thing called in loving memory of, what's that say? Twins. Did you say twins?
Did you say the tripod?
In loving memory of the tripod?
Yeah, it does say twins.
In loving memory of twins, Primrose and Viola.
Valerie or something. Leach, yeah.
Viola Leach.
That's it. I think this is over the lake. Or is it? No, actually, this isn't quite over the lake yet. So I've got a further one than this. I'm going to zoom out and show you where it was. because it's pretty awesome. But I don't like the fact that I can't play the video very well.
For this.
So, see how far away this one was.
That woman's going to think that you were filming her.
It was such a difficult day because there were so many bloody people around. It was unbelievable. I was getting really frustrated. And like, I just started filming this bench across the way, and then someone goes and sits right on it. It blocked my view on it. I was fuming. Anyway, there we've got another one. Frank Flannery, is it? Oop. Hang on. There we go.
My amazing dad, always.
You know, when I play it and I'm not actually streaming, it plays fine. It's when I'm streaming at the same time.
Is it on your desktop?
Hey?
Have you got the file saved on your desktop?
Yes, I have, yeah.
So you're not playing it off your card?
No. I'll just unplug my camera in case that's affecting it, because I did have it on charge, so maybe I'll try and do that again then.
Did you buy a spare battery for your camera?
I've got 2 spare batteries, yeah. Yes. So you say it's a driver issue?
Probably. Depends on what other. It depends on what all the other issues are that you've got with it. It might be one thing that's causing everything. Depends on what the other issues are. The first thing you need to do is take that 3 terabyte drive, just disconnect it and see, does it change anything? Isolate and rule out. You either rule it out as not the cause, or it doesn't change anything. It still does what it does, and then you can plug it back in and know it's not that.
I know, it's just frustrating.
Right, well, why don't we drop offline now and we'll go through the bits and pieces now.
Right, can do, I suppose. Right, guys,
Yeah,
well,
offline.
Yeah, I thought I'd do a quick live stream anyway for everybody and show them some footage and let them know that the P9, well, the P1000 is up and running. Just need to get my my PC
Tripod.
working at the same time. Eh?
You
Tripod?
need a tripod more than you need a piece. Yeah.
Right.
I nominated you for a Flatty Award at the FE Core. No, at the conference for the wobbliest horizon ever. I don't think they took me seriously.
No, I don't think they did. Right, I'm gonna bail and go and try and sort this PC out.
Yeah.
Right. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and I'll do another impromptu one at some point very soon. See you later, guys.